Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, Lord. How are you, girl?
I'm all right. Just making it. Blessed and highly favored. Just making it. You know how we do.
So you're doing okay?
I'm all right, honey. I'm all right. Making it with the Lord's help.
God,
Just
you're just going to keep on doing this. Just going to keep on doing this.
I ain't heard from my children in a while though. I'm a little worried.
Girl,
You
let's talk
know.
about one more thing about Drag Race. So, have you seen the movie Fire Island?
No.
So, starring him, girl, he's seventh or eighth billing.
Well, like I really when they said Fire Island when they
Yeah.
first said it, I was like, is that the Bo and Yang movie?
Bo and Yang, Joel Kim Booster,
Right? Because I was
two
like,
gay guys, Margaret Cho, the black gay guy.
so when Ruth said
Um,
that, I was like, who is this person?
he's a random bartender. I believe they bring home for a threesome.
He's very handsome. He
He
was
is.
very
He
handsome.
is.
But also I was just like, I don't
He is
understand.
not a star.
Yeah. I mean, I felt about him the same way I felt about what was that other movie with the really annoying gay guy, Billy on the Street,
Oh,
his little romantic
yeah,
comedy or
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I felt about that guy too. I was just like, who is this person?
Okay, he's
Like,
actually very famous.
yeah, but he's famous for like Hallmark
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
movies.
yeah, yeah. But like he
That's
is,
not
girl,
famous.
he has been in so. Well, he's okay. He's as famous as Billy Eichner.
I don't even think Billy Eichner was that famous. That's half the reason why
Exactly.
I feel
That's
like
what I'm
that
saying.
movie did so terribly. I was wanting people to fight me on that. I was like, look, I'm happy that this is the first mainstream blah 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 big whatever. This is not the person to do it. This is not him. He is not the one, y'all. But whatever. What do I know? I know something because movie didn't make no money. So what do I know? Sorry, I'm in a mood.
About y'all, he's in a mood. She's in a mood about something that happened. What 6 years ago? 7 years ago? 8 years ago? How?
Mm,
When did that movie come out?
so
It was
long ago, girl.
pre-pandemic, I think.
No, it was post pandemic. Because I was doing that It's Happening Out show. Remember? It was post pandemic. It's demi post
Because
pandemic
with
more,
Bros,
girl.
it was Bros was 2022. Yes.
Yeah, I was doing that Happening Out show because we got in a big old argument about it on that show. God, was I doing that show that long ago now? Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
Do you miss it? No.
Sometimes I'm
Hmm.
still in communication with the everybody from there. Like I made friends out of it.
That's true.
So
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
but yeah, but do I miss doing it? Like it was very hard with my like work schedule because they filmed so early. If they had just filmed later in the day, it would have been so much nicer for me. But like
Hmm.
having to like rearrange my schedule and like kind of miss lunch
Uh huh.
essentially in order
Uh
to go
huh.
do that, it was difficult.
Girl, without if you had never done that, and I would never have met somebody that I still do not know how a harness was attached. How are they doing with their bear smirk?
I don't know.
Well, I figure you were down in Wilton all the time.
I'm not down in Wilton all the time, girl. I go there like every like blue moon. Like
Blue moon.
doom 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 doom.
Girl, I'm just over here peeling off my nail polish because it's.
Okay, Peel. All right, Peel.
Do you ever do that? Just peel off. Do you don't really wear nail polish, do you?
No.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't wear because I usually just wear my I
That's because you're
glue them
so
on.
mask.
I just glue them on.
You're
I'm
so
masked.
mask for
Yeah.
mask, girl.
I love the idea of like that there are gays that are just so masked that like they think that that is the most like progressive and like edgy thing they could possibly do. I'm
Yep,
like,
nail polish.
girl, just sound like a girl your entire life. We'll see how edgy you need to
Girl,
be
you know
after that.
those mask boys down in Wilton Manor, they're all getting Botox too. Girl,
Boom, 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 Botox.
I thought you were gonna say bo. Girl, speaking of weird ass animes, did you know that we have
I
a
bought that
Patreon?
DVD
Oh
set, by the way.
Lord,
I have the DVD set. Yes.
I couldn't. Okay. So I was
Okay.
watching. Things were going okay. Like I didn't know what was going on because you don't in that show.
That
Eh,
thing came on at 3 a.m. on Adult Swim. It was the most perfect, like, what am I watching? You don't even have to be high. Like, just what am I
Girl, the
watching?
first time like that bullet came through, screaming nonsense. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot even anymore. I can't tell whether I love this or I hate this, but I just can't.
Get yourself a couple of cocktails in, and then you just put that thing on. It is like, it's magical.
Girl, did you know that we have a Patreon?
Do we?
Dear listeners, you go to patreon.com/Mims and Maim. You can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yay.
Did you know we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. It's called Baking Sugars Design Women Podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know
Well,
that we have a website?
what?
That's right. If you go to mimsmaim.com, you can see what we're up to. Not much. Buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
Um, 5-star reviews.
I do love a good 5-star review. It really helps us grow. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
This is season 5, episode 14. From Russia with Blood.
Oh. Oh, das vidania.
So, girl, we are at St. Basil's in Russia. So, girl,
Come on, Russia.
I did have to look up see where this thing was filmed because there's a few shots of Russia. It was filmed in Turkey and Scotland.
Oh,
It was actually filmed on location in Turkey and Scotland.
but they had like those backing shots of like Russia looking stuff. Is that
Yeah,
Turkey, I guess?
I don't know where those came from, girl. I don't know.
Because I mean, those were definitely not Jessica.
No,
just
those.
thank you, HDTV, because like you can tell very clearly.
And
those are
girl,
not Jessica.
this today is the last day you can get Murder She Wrote on Peacock. By the way,
Now,
uh-huh.
I read a thing that
Uh-huh.
that might not be true. So what I read is that sometimes they have that thing up,
Uh-huh.
and it means that the licensure is about to expire, but then they pick it up, but they don't tell you that. So then it's still there the next day. So maybe, but we already don't worry, listeners. We still got your play-by-play. We've already made.
We have both of us have the box sets.
We have made. This is how much we love you. We have made
That's right.
investments.
Not much, but a little
Not
enough.
much, but it is enough, girl. They don't know our life situation. They don't know our money situation. It could be a lot. You don't.
Girl,
don't know.
we are two middle-aged faggots without kids. They don't. Excuse me, I shouldn't say that word since we're on YouTube now. We are two middle-aged homosexuals without kids. They know.
I thought you were gonna revise the kids. I thought you were gonna say offspring or something like that.
Well, girl, we are at a funeral.
Who died?
We
Who
don't.
died?
We
Who
don't.
they- who they can?
We don't. We know who the kid. Lord. Well, we pan over and we see. Okay, here comes a Star Trek. There's an episode, a very famous episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation,
Okay.
where Captain Jean-Luc Picard goes back to see his brother.
Okay.
After he was Borg, he goes back to see his brother. It's either a loved or a hated episode, right? Like It's one of the two. You either love it or you hate it. There's an obnoxious child who plays a flute. It's great. This is
The brother?
the brother.
Oh, okay.
The minister's the brother.
Okay, got it.
He's British, and you can tell he's struggling with Russian accent.
All
at
of
this
them
point.
are. All
Russian.
of them in this episode are bussing it.
Well, we find out that Anton is dead.
Oh, not Anton.
And this
Anybody but Anton.
This is Minister Runkhoff. So, dear listeners, the names I think are faked. So
Aren't they all faked, girl? It's a name faked. It's a TV show, girl.
I bet that they
Are we watching? Is this on PBS?
I bet they
Is this
sound like
Ken Burns. Are we watching Ken
yes,
Burns?
girl, we're watching a Ken Burns. Murder She Wrote by Ken Burns. Damn it. I think they're fake Russian names. Like they aren't even real Russian names. They just threw some vowels and letters together to make a fake Russian name.
Isn't that how the real Russian names were made, too, girl?
God damn it. I'm done with you. You know, we don't have to keep doing this, Maim. Except for our listeners rely on us.
It's because we love our listeners so much.
It's the only reason we're still
And
friends.
we have invested in that DVD box.
For seasons 5 through 38,000.
We're going to get that return on these investments.
God. Well, we are now at the International Artists League Conference, girl.
Ooh.
And JB is here giving a speech.
Oh.
She's a one of the first artists to be allowed to publish in Russia. American author to publish in Russia.
I mean, it makes sense, right? It will make sense that Russia would allow a bunch of murderous American books to show the dark side of...
It's part of Gorbachev's glasnost.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Do you need me to explain it?
I mean, maybe for the...
Dear listeners, glasnost was a thing that Gorbachev did as goodwill to open up to the West. It was economic reforms. It was artistic reforms. It led to the downfall of Russia. Like
yes.
it single-handedly ended Russia being a communist.
All those lovely Russian ballet dancers that we got in return.
Oh yeah,
just defected.
Yeah, came flying over as soon as it was down.
Oh, thank you.
And led to the end of the Berlin Wall. East and West Germany were uniting.
What was that guy's name in the 80s that everybody was obsessed with? Baryshnikov. Oh, my mother loved Mikhail Baryshnikov. Oh.
So the reason I make that face is he was on Sex and the City.
Oh.
Yeah, old Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Oh, my.
And like Carrie has a love tryst with him for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's a complete asshole to her.
Oh. I can't remember the movie was that he did with Gregory Hines. I think it was called White Nights. My mother, who I suspect had a crush on both of them, that was like a movie she kept on all the time. I knew this White Nights front and back after a while because that was her Saturday movie, girl.
Lord.
Recorded off of HBO, of course.
Of course. Bless you, Mama Maim. Bless you. God.
She's a mother, honey, but she's a woman.
Mama Maim, I apologize for that.
I'm so sorry.
Well, we also meet another man, Sergey. He's the artist host.
Okay.
Of JB, and he was also at the funeral.
Oh, okay.
Also at Anton's funeral.
Got it.
um, we find out that Minister blah 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 is the minister of cultural minister.
Oh, Russian dolls.
Well, later on, Sergey and JB are walking around and zooms into JB in this fantastic winter outfit.
It was.
Like, she looks great.
She looks gorgeous in this episode.
She does. She absolutely does. Sergey's upset by them walking so much. He's like, in motherland. Well, okay, so he doesn't even have a Russian accent. He's like, yo, when we go back to America, I can't wait to take one of them tour buses so I don't have to walk around so much.
He's from Mongolian, South Carolina. Part of Russia.
South Carolina, Russia. There probably is a Moscow, South Carolina. There's a Warsaw, North Carolina.
There is. Yeah. That's true. Is it next to Whiteville?
No,
it feels like it should be.
I don't know where Whiteville, North. I know where Whiteville is, but I don't. Where's Whiteville?
Whiteville, honey.
Whiteville, city in North Carolina. It is. They have the clothes bin in Whiteville. It's tiny. Whiteville's tiny.
And it's a very small place.
Oh, it's just okay. It's right there. It's just north of Myrtle Beach. Like it's. I say just north of
Eastern.
It's far southeastern. Yeah, it's in that part where there isn't anything except for tobacco farms.
Yes. Well, that Instagram makes even more sense now.
You want to see a penis?
No.
I can get you one. Hold on here. Let me just say, well, you know what? I spent too much money on this because you.
Wait, you subscribed?
I messaged you that I did.
How did I miss that part of the message?
I said, did I subscribe? Yes, I did. I can't believe you missed that.
I totally did.
There we go.
Probably because I got wrapped up in the Steam summer sale while I was waiting for you to join.
The Steam summer sale. Well, here's one.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where's the other one? I have to find that one.
That's the bottom, isn't he?
Where we at? Where's the other one? So, first picture is the one that I was like, is that fake? Because it looks. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's that one, but then you scroll down a little bit farther, and there it is. It's actually real.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. His pictures are very different than his personality holding that chicken.
Oh, well, that's rude. Somebody made a mess.
Wasn't ready. Finding out they have an OnlyFans was just like finding out that the Peanut the Squirrel owner had an OnlyFans too. That was also just like a jarring moment of like, wait, what?
He was open about it. He said that's how he kept up with the thing.
No. Like when Peanut first came around, like when that first happened, I was like, oh, that's pretty, because I you know me, when it comes to animals, that's all I pay much attention to. And then like after a while, somebody else pointed out his bulginess, and then I was like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. Like all of the videos, it's very like, because I stopped looking at the squirrel.
Yeah. So
and then I went to the link, and I'm like, oh.
Did you subscribe? Okay, I didn't either. That was never one for me.
He wasn't a terrible looking guy.
I didn't. I probably forgot about it.
Yeah.
And Peanut's dead now, isn't it?
Oh, there's a whole thing. Like it's become his entire like thing because the state took
that one's okay.
Yeah, took the squirrel, took his other animal. They put them down because of like the state laws about that kind of stuff. And he's now become this like hardcore something or other. But yeah, I had to unsubscribe from his Instagram because it was just like constantly talking about fundraising for all these legal lawsuits against the state. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought he shaved.
I don't think that's shaved.
Oh, is it not? I mean, I can't. I mean, it's it's not like it's not like a huge picture from here.
Mm, no, I don't believe it is.
Oh well, it's not as hairy as I thought it would be.
No, they're blonde. So, anyway,
This is not what these people signed up for. Oh, we just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we did. Oh God! So we're at a dinner, and we meet Peggy Brooks and Cyril.
Hey, Peggy.
Peggy is now a literary agent, and Cyril is the cultural attaché from the United Kingdom.
Oh, nice, Peggy.
We found out that Sergey is leaving tonight at midnight to go to the UK at midnight. He's going to the UK.
Okay.
And then to America. Bing, bang, bong, sing, sang, song, ding, dang, dong.
I started watching España season 3. It's so good. I know you're not into all of the different drag races anymore.
I can't. But, dear listeners, oh my God, dear listeners, the thing I found in Germany when I was there, I just came back from Germany. Germany's next top model. Dear listeners, I need you to go find this. It is Heidi Klum being absolutely nuts. There's, in the last episode, I don't want to ruin it. It is
just for the record, right? For everybody, this is a parallel universe in which a next top model franchise has never ended.
Yes, it's 20 years, I believe, 20 seasons.
What's wild to me? It's absolutely wild to me.
It's her, Naomi Campbell, and another American model, in the final, like, as judges. And they get into a golf cart, and Heidi Klum tries to force Naomi Campbell into the front seat with her and the other model. She's like, no, I'll just ride in the back. And they're just riding around the set in the sky. It is, dear listeners, it is insane.
You were giddy with joy.
Girl, you have no idea.
Oh, I can't. I'm going to be looking for it. Like, I was giving it like a couple of weeks for it to show up. So I'm gonna go check my like little TV pirate portals.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane. And then there's another one. Is it My Look Rocks? What is it called? My Style Rocks. So it started in Germany.
Okay.
And that's where Face is on.
The Face?
The Face. So it's like a multi-week thing with 10 women who I think they have a prompt and they have to dress to the prompt with their own clothes, show it off, and get rated by the other women. That gets averaged, and then then there's 3 judges who add theirs in with it, and until they win money at the end. It's insane.
So what is the background of that person?
Fashion designer?
He's a designer. Okay.
I believe so. Hold on here. What was his name?
I was like, is he? Because I was trying to figure out. I mean, they clearly from watching the things, right? He's a revered figure. So I was like, what is his background on this person? Because it's definitely, you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
But
he was on something else too. Maybe he's not Harold Glöckler.
You should be able to pronounce these names now.
Too many umlauts. Yes, he has a fashion. He started off as a fashion designer, and then he ended up on TV with some stuff. Yep.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. He's like their Law Roach.
Girl, Law Roach hates you right now. But girl, as he was sitting there,
that's like a bad character from like The Fifth Element. Like I could see him in The Fifth Element
as he
very
was
easily.
sitting there. His lips were so big that they were just he couldn't keep them closed. So he was doing.
Because they're too big.
It looked like he was chewing cud while he was sitting there.
I mean, he could have been.
Well, Peggy goes over and asks Sergey if she can represent him. So we're at the table now, and Bert sits down with JB. We find out he's a reporter.
Okay.
He's got a lovely mullet. The speech, the minister gives a speech.
Bert at all?
Huh?
Do you recognize Bert at all?
No, should I?
That guy was really popular in the 80s. Like,
for what?
Well, he was on multiple TV shows. He was the star of Grease 2, besides Andrew Caulfield. He was the leader of the T-Birds. Really? Adrian Zmed? You didn't know who Adrian... Okay, well, you know. I watched a lot more TV in that time in my life than you did.
What other TV... You said a lot of other TV shows, like what?
I think he was on Trapper John. I mean, these were popular shows in the 80s.
You love Trapper John.
I did.
You really love Trapper John. A show that, again, I have seen 0 episodes of.
I mean, especially
I should have just known it was Trapper John.
Especially for Grease 2.
We're done with... Okay.
He was my dude in Grease 2.
I have not really seen Grease 2. I mean, I've seen it, but it didn't resonate with me.
You need to watch it again.
I don't need to do anything.
It is the campiest, most amazing thing. Are you kidding me?
Where's my camera? No, I'm not kidding you.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave it. Leave it alone.
Well, girl, you know what? If you wake up early enough next time I come down there, we'll watch it at 9:00 in the morning.
Okay. I will be awake.
No,
for all seasons.
No, and I mean wake up. I do not mean stay up all night. I mean you have had to have gone to sleep after.
I can go to bed early
after drinking with me.
I mean, any time to expose somebody to Girl for All Seasons, I am down for. Anytime.
Yeah, actually, it sounds like something I could just watch on a plane as I'm going down there coming back.
So good.
So the minister gives a speech. There's a toast to Sergey. And then the minister goes back, and we find out there were irregularities with Peggy Brooks's immigrations. Last time she was in Russia, she got kicked out.
Okay.
Well, back at the table, we found out that Sergey won't see baseball when he's, in the United States. There's a joke about the senators. Ha 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 ha. We look at JB's purse. It's a Crown Royal bag.
Oh gosh, it is.
Yeah, I was like, what? They've got a blue velvet. Have you ever seen a purse like that?
No.
Yeah.
Now that you said it out loud, I'm like, oh wait, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Sergey drops it on the ground. He picks it back up for her, and then he and JB go to dance. And girl, a waiter steals it. It's the same waiter who was at the funeral digging putting soil into the hole.
That's no good.
Well, girl, we need to stop that man.
Stop him.
Turn. Exit won't open. Shot.
There's only three.
Yeah, there's two. Only two. There's only two. Shh. Secrets for later. Well, he's dead.
Oh no.
JB runs up and they tell her to go away, and the reporter takes her away.
Okay.
We're back in the dining room, and the minister and the inspector, he was a pretty attractive bald man, talk to her. We find out that the other two come in. The thief has died in the hospital. Hold on. Russia. The thief is dead in Russia. In the hospital. He did not make it. He had shot through heart. Dead. Hurts him. And so they walk away. Cyril and Peggy try to leave, and they're like, absolutely not, until we get all this dealt with. The thief's name was Dukov.
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 Okay, then. Hey,
Do you think Pap Smear's going to be back in Naked Gun? Pap Smear.
I need this movie to be good. I need it to be good for my sanity. Please let it be good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same.
Like, it has all the makings to be good. Like, there's no reason for it not to be good.
Uh-huh.
Especially like if Liam Neeson just lets himself fully just do it, it should be good. But you just never know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope. It's sad because one Orange Juice Simpson was very good in those movies.
I do love the reference that they make in the trailer to that.
Do they? I haven't watched trailer yet.
Oh, there's one reference in the trailer, and I screamed, like, literally. It was so dead on that I was like, oh, yes, you guys. That's what gave me hope, was watching that moment. I thought, oh, okay. This feels like it could go in a good direction.
Okay. So JB goes through her purse in front of the inspector, and she finds a film canister. And like an idiot, she's like, well, this wasn't here before. I wonder what this is. Oh, look, it's got microfilm in it. Oh, they take our passport.
Oh, no.
So we're back at the inspector's office, and JB's like, she doesn't know how the microfilm got there. The inspector, we found out the inspector is from homicide. So he is from police, from homicide.
Police.
Or the Lieutenant Alexandrov, which is a real name.
Yes.
It's here from KGP. Do I have good Russian accent?
It's getting there.
No.
It's getting better.
Yet. It'll get worse too.
Oh boy.
So we find out that Sergei was being followed. That they took all of the letters from JB and Sergei that were at his house. And like they really think that he planted this on JB, but they don't have proof, so they're keeping her here.
Got it.
After interrogation, Bert finds her's like, hey, what's scoop? She's like, there's no scoop. He's like, well, damn.
They don't like that.
Mm-mm. Girl, let me just tell you, Europeans take their ice cream very seriously. They are all the time eating small containers, like small scoops of ice cream, just like in the street. Ice cream, all the time, just all the time eating ice cream.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was all over Austria and all over Germany. Just people, just little scoops of ice cream.
Like, did you have some?
I mean, in that ice cafe, yeah, but no.
Was it something like breathtaking?
No, it was just ice cream.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, because, you know, like in Italy when they do like the whole gelato thing, like when you get it, you're like, oh, geez, this is.
I mean, we had some gelato. It was good gelato. It was good ice cream, but it was.
No, but I'm saying, like, when you have the gelato, you're like, oh, okay, I see why you guys love this so much, because like this is quite delicious. Mm-hmm. But like ice cream is like, well, is it amazing? You're like, so for you to be like, it's all right.
I mean, I love ice cream. It was good ice cream. Like, don't get me wrong, but it was. But just everybody eating little things of ice cream, one little scoop in a cup, just eating it, throwing away. Yeah. You can't do ice cream, can you?
I mean, if I take the pill, I can. The little lactate or whatever.
So, girl, if you ever go back to that part of Europe, you better be taking them pills, because ain't nothing but cheese and.
Oh, I know, I do. Okay. I bring it with me. Don't worry, I got it.
But there's no corn, which is good.
Yeah, corn is. I mean, yeah.
We ate at a random restaurant, because we were looking for a place to eat, and we were like, okay, what does Eater say? Eater never steers you wrong if you're in another country.
It's true.
And there was a Tyrolean. Tyrol is like that state that's on the border of Austria and Italy, in the mountains. A Tyrolean dumpling restaurant in Munich. Okay, so they had Tyrolean wine for very cheap, and then they had dumplings. And the one I got 3, but the one that was really blew my mind was a gray cheese dumpling. And gray cheese is like it's been sitting so long, there's no fat left in it. So it's like 1% fat cheese that tastes like very intense Parmesan. Okay. It's apparently very stinky if you don't cook it, but when you cook it, the stink goes away. And it was, girl, I would slap your ex-husband for it.
Wow. That good? Well, wait.
I guess y'all weren't ever married.
Wait, like, that's not saying that much. I mean, you would do that.
I would slap your current husband for it.
Okay, that's better.
I would.
Bro, you will slap a lot of people.
Hold on here. I will slap Big Sister Maim, which you got the crazy eyes.
Oh no.
For some.
That's like taking your life in your hands.
I know. Maim, Big Sister Maim, never have any of that cheese around. Luckily, it's very hard to get in America.
Well, it means gray.
Yeah, I know. Girl, if you look it up, it looks real disgusting. Like it's got a gray rind around it.
It sounds dreadful.
Let me see. Let me show you a picture of it. Now the cheese itself.
I don't mind stinky cheese, but like it sounds like a branding issue.
Yeah. Well, you'll see why it's called gray cheese. Here we go. Yeah. There's the image of it. So you don't eat the outside of it. You only eat the white center. But
oh my God.
Do you see why they call it gray cheese?
Yes. That's frightening,
isn't it? So we're back in the inspector's room after JB leaves, and they look at the microfilm, the guy from the KGB and the inspector, and they can't figure out the code.
Oh no.
Well, so JB's going to the American embassy now because they have her passport. And the taxi driver is suggesting that they to go all these other different places. And she's like, no, just the embassy, just the embassy, just the embassy, just the embassy.
Groki Park.
And he makes a little recording after she gets out. So driver with KGB.
Because everybody's watching her.
Yes. Well, we meet Eleanor Hayes, who's the under ambassador's secretary. She gives her a bunch of paperwork to fill out to get a new passport. And
bunch is an understatement.
Yeah. And the entire place is being searched through for bugs while they're there.
Yes, because this is Russia, so they're going to do that probably every day of the week.
Yes, and JB's also lost her glasses. Now, JB then does mistake number 2. She leaves the embassy. So, I just have this feeling that had she have stayed in embassy, they would have snuck her out. They would have found a way to sneak her out because she's one of the most prominent authors in the United States. Yeah. The United States would have found a way to get her out of there.
I agree, but that's not how Jessica works.
Well, I feel
that's not how Jessica works. I feel
like the United States embassy would have said, "Hey, stay here. We highly suggest that you do not leave this embassy without a passport, ma'am."
No, and Jessica's like, "You don't understand. I have a rep to protect."
Well,
I have a rep to protect.
So JB gets into another taxi, and the taxi driver nods over to somebody else, and it's the KGB dude who's like, "Go." Well,
we're dapper in his little hat, didn't he?
He did. We're back at the reception hall, and JB gets her glasses. She sees the minister there.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions that the KGB took the Dukov files.
So much taking.
Yeah, I know. And not
Where's Liam Neeson?
I will find you.
That would have been an amazing crossover episode right there. Liam Neeson, Jessica Fletcher.
Taken.
Yeah.
Or Burn After Reading. J.B. Fletcher, Burn After Reading.
Yes. Oh, that would have been good too.
J.B. Fletcher, Catch Me If You Can.
Ooh.
Her and Tom Hanks with that horrible accent.
I don't know what's been with Tom and the accents lately. I just want to kind of write him a side note and be like, you don't have to do
Are
that.
you going to watch the Phoenician whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, strangely enough, I was looking up show times for that last night. And there's not really a lot of them. So
yeah,
watching the Royal Tannenbaums.
Don't like yesterday. That one that much. I know.
That's one of my favorites of his.
It bores me. I don't know why. Like my favorite one's probably, Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's probably, is that my favorite one? Yeah,
that's your favorite one. You've said that before.
And Grand Budapest Hotel are my two.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I probably has more of a soft spot since that was like one of the first ones right now, yeah. And I was like, in college when that came out, so it's especially like relevant to me because
I remember watching it with somebody that I really liked, and we did not fool around while watching it, and I was a little annoyed.
That's probably it's probably PTSD, girl. Still. You're still bitter.
Well, at least they were gay. Like this is not, at least this wasn't a straight boy.
Still bitter, girl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, girl,
I
need to pause this a second. I need to pause a second and tell you a quick story. And we're back.
Come on, hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, pheromone.
Oh Lord.
They need to bring her back for the brackets.
They never need to put that woman on television again.
I want her back. Now that she is transitioning too, I need her back. Because transitioning queens are completely different than they were the first time around.
That ain't gonna fix talent.
I don't care. I don't care about talents. That's why we have the bracket system. We get 3 episodes of crazy, and then they're off on the side.
So, JB and Minister talking. The KGB took the Dukov files. We pan back over to Lieutenant and the Inspector, and Sergei admits to putting the microfilm in JB's purse.
Oh.
Well, the minister is like, JB, has your issue been resolved? She's like, no, they still have my passport. So, luckily, at the same time, the minister calls the inspector, and it's like, hey, is there anything we can do to get JB out of here? And they're like, she's fine. She can come back and get her passport.
Let her have her passport.
Let her have her passport. Girl, and so, you know what? After I got back from Europe on Saturday. Drove back home on Sunday. Took Monday to, clean, right? Decompress. Well, Tuesday, girl, I had an appointment at the German consulate in Charlotte to get something notarized because they closed the German consulate in Raleigh. So I had to drive my ass back down to Charlotte. And girl, Charlotte may have a lot, but it doesn't have a lot of parking. And they had a special thing going on in Charlotte that all parking was $30 to $40.
What?
In Uptown. So I was like, because I could not find a single space on the street. So I spent $30 fucking dollars to park in Uptown Charlotte.
Good Lord.
Walking in the heat 2 blocks on Trade Street. Hey, Trade!
Hey, Trade. See? Oh, girl. Remember we used to get lost in there?
Actually, I think it was Tryon. It was Tryon and Trade, I think. Yeah.
So, you didn't have to work that day, did you?
No, I called out. No, I took it off.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah,
That's
girl, no,
too much.
no. But I was. So I stopped at IKEA and got myself a salmon salad on the way home, with a little side of shrimp salad
Oh, I forgot there's an IKEA in Charlotte.
and a strawberry shortcake.
That's right.
Oh God, I love IKEA food.
I do too.
It sings to my
Your soul.
that's my German soul, all that pickled fish and shit.
Yes, yeah, and you better get some pickled fish.
Hey,
You better get that pickled fish,
hey,
girl. Come on.
Executive pickled fish.
Shut up.
So we're in the hallway that the shooting happened in, and JB does a little snooping with her pointing to the shot, and she realized that one of the shots didn't kill him. She sees a bullet that missed, girl.
What? But he had 2 bullets inside him.
Mm-hmm. So Mrs. Brooks is being interviewed because her husband was a thief. And while she's being interviewed, conveniently, JB calls the inspector. It's like, you need to come down here right now. Nah. So inspector arrives. And he finds missing bullet in wood.
Oh.
And he's like, there were 2 bullets. And this makes sense because we could not figure one thing out. One bullet hit in leg. Other bullet hit through heart. But we did not know where other bullet came from, as it seemed to come from angle not associated with the where the place people are standing.
You're loving doing this.
Russian. So one of my friends here took Russian as their language in college.
Oh, wow.
And the Russian teachers, they like the first thing they tell you whenever you're learning Russian, you do not speak Russian, you yell Russian.
Oh.
So it is, because it's a very loud language. Like, and have you ever been around like native Russian speakers?
Yeah, here.
It is very loud.
Yeah. Yeah, no, actually, one of my friends is actually dating Russian.
I met them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
They didn't speak Russian.
No, but like, I've heard him though, like,
Yeah.
other times. So
Yeah. I wonder if they listen to this. If you are listening to this, Russian friend. Okay. This does not tickle their fancy.
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe they listened to just this episode about KGB.
Maybe I'll go tag them in something.
Don't. That's rude. Hey, let's bring up trauma from you as a youth. Click.
Oh, potatoes. Toilet paper. Remember when we were kids and that was the only thing we knew about Russia is that people had to stand in the line for toilet paper? That's all we ever heard about in the 80s.
Yes.
We all talked about it like, oh my gosh, I heard this.
Uh-huh.
You gotta wait 3 hours for toilet paper.
Not necessarily true either. It's for propaganda for us.
Girl, once again, we read Bloom County.
Fair. We really did. So, JB calls U.S. Embassy, and they can't help find Sergei. The embassy, of course they can't. He's a Soviet citizen. How could they possibly help? But whatever, she tried.
Can I just say, I was living for her.
I was too.
I was living for her.
I mean, because she's us. If we're in an embassy, like, what do you want me to do? Like, girl,
she was bitter about not getting invited to the party. Like,
even though the other woman did, and got to see Mrs. Gorbachev's peach dress,
her off the shoulder. I was living. I was like, bring her back. More time on camera, please. Bring her back.
Well, Cyril and Peggy are coming downstairs. Peggy's stuff has been cleared up. She's going back to the UK. And Cyril agrees to help JB find Sergey.
Oh, okay.
So we're in a jail. JB and Sergey talk. He needed to take the film to the West. He noticed the waiter was at the funeral and he was from the KGB. So he did plant it to make sure that it wouldn't be found. Anton never explained what was to him what was on it. And like Sergey also did not have an alibi after the dinner because when he was following JB, but he went the wrong way. So he disappeared too. They get shuffled out. JB asks Cyril for more help, and he's like, "Don't get involved with the KGB, my dear."
Okay, I mean, I kind of need to though. I don't,
Well, we're at Bert's office, and JB barges in and is like, "Hey, I got you a scoop." He at first declines because he doesn't want to get sent to Siberia, but then he's like, "Oh, what the hell? You only live once." So now we're at KGB. JB is interrogating the lieutenant, and the lieutenant basically says, "Old woman, get out of my office."
Ooh.
Well, JB's out of the office. She tells Bert, "Hey, give me 20 minutes. If I'm not back, call the embassy because I'm being trucked to Siberia."
I'm being put to a cold gulag.
JB barges back in, and Cyril's there.
Oh.
And she knew. Cyril was. What?
She's looking at her writing, everybody. She's trying to decipher what she wrote down.
Cyril was. Oh, okay. It is what I wrote. Cyril was like, "There's no way I could possibly done it. I was on the dance floor." I was like, "Dance floor."
Me too.
That's why I was thinking, "Dance floor, girl. Dance floor. Dance floor."
Come on now.
At the time of the shooting. And then the lieutenant, JB asked to see the Dukov files, and the lieutenant's saying, "No, go to the inspector. He should have them." And it kind of clicks with JB what's going on at this point. And JB does tell off Cyril.
She does, which I kind of love.
Yeah. So we're at the inspector's place, and we find out that Cyril's actually a triple agent. That everybody's feeding half truths to everybody, and JB's like, "That doesn't seem like Glasnost," and the inspector's like, "That sounds like routine day. I don't understand."
He's like, "Girl, welcome to Russia."
Yeah, welcome to international affairs. Just like,
welcome, girl. Is this your first time here?
Probably.
We can tell.
Well, we found out that the inspector doesn't have Dukov's records either. And JB's like, "Oh, I think I know what's going on." So it's a little bit later. Sergey's here. They're looking over the microfilm. And JB's like, "English is bad." But they can't figure out why it's so bad. The last words seem to be off. And JB asks to go to the beginning of the text, and it's something about the last words of Stalin, blah, 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 and they get the code. The first and last words of every page of the microfilm are a story.
What?
So we're a little bit later on at the minister. Bert's interviewing him, and Bert leaves. JB's like, "No, you may want to wait a minute.
Stick around, Bert."
And she figured it out because the KGB, he said the KGB was getting the files. The KGB never got the files. The inspector never got the files. And we find out the minister hired Dukov.
What?
JB knows that the minister didn't pass through the metal detectors, so all through the confusion, he snuck out with a gun with a silencer and killed him dead.
Girl.
And he starts protesting, and the inspector just hands over the decoded message, which is basically, he, in the fall of Stalingrad, the fight of Stalingrad, he was a Nazi sympathizer.
Stop it.
And did some bad things, and Anton kept it silent because he helped Anton get published, and on his deathbed, Anton couldn't hold it anymore. Uh-huh.
He had to release it, honey. He had to release it for his peace.
And JB's like, well, he's going to be tried, right? And the KGB agent's like, good. So we're at the airport. The inspector, JB's getting ready to leave. The inspector comes and hands her some chocolates.
He likes her.
He does. He really, really does.
She should have. I bet it's thick.
And uncut. And clean.
And gray. I'm
so sorry. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Well, we find out that Sergei will be set free. She asks about the minister, and he's like, he will probably be forced to retire. And she's like, for murder? Is Russia, ma'am. But I think you will really love almond nougat.
Ooh.
So she turns around, and as she's leaving, she opens up the chocolates like an idiot, and the almond nougat is a microfilm.
Jessica. Don't trust nobody, girl.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you like this episode?
I did.
I did. It was a goof.
All
it was
of
an absolute
kooky
goof.
accents and like terrible tracking shots, and that body double that didn't look anything like her, especially when she came back out of the embassy and they never shot her in the back of the
Yep.
I was like, wait a minute, y'all. Like, hold on. I thought they were going to cut to the inside and you see her. They didn't even do that.
Hey, Maim, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Hello, dear listeners. It's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can catch me if you're down here in South Florida every Monday night hosting Kiki Karaoke at the Hotel Gathering from 8 to 12. We have a good old time in South Beach. Anything else you might find out about is at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Mims. You can find me online at thedivineMims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have Patreon?
What?
That's right. If you go to patreon.com/MimsMaim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. It's Baking Sugar. It's our Designing Women podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know
where you're going to? Do you know?
Did we have a website?
Oh, no.
That's right. It's mimsmaim.com. You can go there. You can look, see what we're up to, and buy some merch. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
I do. They really help us. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that our dear listeners can reach out to us?
What?
They can send us an email at mimsmaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim.
Mimsmaim, yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride. Why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.